Stephen E. Gordon. I'm traditionally in the animation business. I've been in the animation business for about 35 years, but I also branched out into illustration and comic art. I read comics way back when I was a little kid and stuff, and read them, probably for a dozen years or so when I was younger. Back when Kirby and Ditko and Gisema and stuff, Gil Kane were doing all the comics and stuff. Then kind of stopped reading them for a long time, and then got back into them a little bit more as my job kind of required it. And I started working on comic-related material and animation, like X-Men Evolution and stuff. I kind of had to dig deep and catch up on what had been happening in the comic scene since then. Usually money. I would, in my case, because I'm in animation mostly, I get hired by certain jobs or certain studios or whatever to do certain work. And you always try to find something that you enjoy about doing that. And because of my background as a kid, having worked in, having read comics and such, I kind of enjoy revisiting a lot of that and exploring that and stuff. So, comics are comic characters are a lot of fun to do and stuff. And I've always been traditionally a very realistic artist. Even in animation, I tend to get hired to work on realistic type of projects like Fire and Ice or American Pop or even Black Cauldron. I was hired by Disney to work on that because they needed someone that could do the Corn King and some of the other characters, some of the straight characters and whatnot. Yeah, I think more people will, because Robert Rodriguez is now trying to do a live action version of it. Well, it was a very, very low budget film, so you had to do a lot of work. Everyone did everything. Traditionally in animation, you do rough animation, and someone else will come along and do cleanup. And on Fire and Ice, we had to do the rough animation and the cleanup and everything else down the line almost. So it was a lot of work, but it was enjoyable because I got to work with Frank Frazetta and Ralph. I've worked with for years off and on before that. So it was a very interesting atmosphere. Frank would haul out a lot of his paintings out of the trunk of his car and bring them in for us to go look at and stuff. It was kind of an interesting time. Yeah, I've got a website, StephenEGordon.com, and I'm on Facebook all the time, and Instagram, and whatever else is the current, Twitter. So I'm all over the place. If you Google me, you can usually find me pretty easily. I've got a store, NV store, where you can buy my prints and stuff from original art from.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I run, of course, Carter Comics, which is, I'm the artist and the writer and promoter of Carter Comics, and I write, illustrate, promote 3 different books: Figure Speech Mongoose, The Cosmic Force, and Damn Tourists.